TAMPA, Jonah Williams may need a thick skin to play in the NFL. When the University of Alabama left tackle had his arm length measured at 33 5/8 inches Thursday at the NFL Combine. Some draft gurus started projecting that his stock would fall because more teams will now see him as a guard. Doesn't prevent him from playing tackle in the NFL, ESPN's Todd McShay tweeted. Apparently, for some, that's one requirement. ESPN's Kiper predicted a position change. He doesn't have the long arms that NFL teams like for their left tackles, but he could be an elite guard, Kiper said. Williams held out his right arm and stretched his fingers when addressing media Thursday. So if my fingers were an eighth of an inch longer, it might be good enough, Williams said. But I think the way that I play defines me as a football player. This is what the draft process can do to a player. Williams is considered the best left tackle in college football, a 3-year starter for Alabama, which spits out NFL talent like a Pez dispenser. He has been projected in some early mock drafts as a top 5 pick. In fact, some had him going to the Bucs at no. 5. Related, join our Bucs Cannon Fodder Facebook group for conversation, polls, story links and more, and make no mistake, the Bucs need help on the offensive line. Not only is left tackle Donovan Smith a free agent, but Caleb Benenoch was a turnstile at right guard last season and starter DeMar Dotson is entering his 11th season. The Bucs couldn't run the ball last season, or the season before that. And while some of that should be laid at the feet of running backs like rookie Ronald Jones, in fairness, too many ball carriers were hit in the backfield. Obviously, we've got to do a little bit of work up front, Coach Bruce Arians said. It seemed like every time Jones got the ball someone was catching him right in the backfield. Ideally, defensive tackles have an arm length of 34.5 inches or longer. But it didn't prevent Williams from making 43 consecutive starts for the Crimson Tide. If most teams now see Williams as a guard, he's likely to go somewhere in the 10 to 15 range in the first round. To his credit, Williams is not refusing to play another position if asked. I'm confident in my abilities. I know what I can do on the field, Williams said. I'm confident in my preparation. I think I'm a talented individual with good athleticism. I know I can out-prepare and outwork anyone, and that's the way I've been successful in college, and that's the way I'll be successful in the NFL. I'll play wherever a team wants me to play. I was the best tackle in college football, so I know I can play at the next level. But I'm a competitor. Related, sign up for our Bucs Red Zone email newsletter to get Bucs news delivered daily to your inbox. There's a good chance that when the Bucs are on the clock with the No. 5 overall pick, their phone will be ringing with opportunities to trade down to secure additional picks. From there, Williams will be on the list of players they would have to consider. Another player would be Florida tackle Jawan Taylor. Smith is likely to be given the franchise player tag by March 5, making the Bucs pay him about $14 million on a 1-year contract. Who knows what happens to him after 2019? You could paint a scenario where Williams starts for a year at right guard, then slides to one of the tackle positions. At 6'5", 301 pounds, Williams has tremendous feet and great technique. Watch the film, Williams said. I don't have to come up here and be defensive and tell everyone they're wrong. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. If you think there's a certain benchmark you have to pass to be a tackle and that's your opinion, I'm not going to change that, and my arms aren't going to grow longer. Alabama running back Damian Harris benefited from the holes Williams created in the SEC the past 3 years. He establishes the run game, Harris said. He kind of sets the tone in the pass protection. So he does everything the right way. He's the best tackle in the country. If I was a GM, he'd be my number 1 pick. He's a great player. It feels as if he's always been. Williams graduated early from high school to enroll at Alabama and participate in spring ball against 4-year starters. If there is a downside to all his preparation, it's that he can react too slowly while taking inventory of all the things he learned about his opponent. I would say the double-edged sort of that is I can overanalyze things, overthink things and play a little hesitantly, Williams said. But the current cause for pause is something out of Williams' control. The things the Bucs or any other NFL team has to answer is whether it trusts him to protect the blind side of the franchise quarterback. I think there's an additional amount of pressure, Williams said. But I don't think you can think about that as the play goes. I think it's like if you're driving and worried about crashing, you're not going to be focused on the road as well. But I think it really comes down to executing your assignment. Because if I block the guy, the quarterback is going to be fine. Williams will likely be fine, too. But starting with the draft, the NFL can be a game of inches. Read more. Are the Bucs really planning to keep Deshaun Jackson? Here's why it's time for the Buccaneers to trade Jason Pierre-Paul.